Okay, so imagine you finished a sales call with somebody just now and you want to go ahead and send them a proposal. So all you do is fill out this form with the information that they already gave you, that you already know. And how soon? I'll just put next week. Okay, so this is a very simple example of you got off a sales call. All you do is press submit to the form and you can go on to your next sales call and you can go on to do whatever other stuff you have to do today. This is the email address that I put, is going to get an email. There it is. Proposal for Espresso AI. Hey Aris, thanks for the great call, Ariel. I had a moment after our chat, to put together a detailed proposal for you. Please take a look at your earliest convenience and let me know your thoughts. You'll find it here. I can open this and go back to the email for a second. If you have any questions, just shout. I've also sent over an invoice for the project just to keep things convenient and can get started anytime. That's sorted. Thanks, Jake. So this is assuming that my name would be Jake. Automation solution for Espresso AI. Streamline your operations with a custom-built AI assistant integrated into your workspace. Espresso is spending too much time on administrative tasks like CRM management, onboarding, and follow-up. These tasks are consuming valuable hours and taking away. Okay, so we have this. We have the solution. AI-powered CRM management, automated task management, 24/7 support system and revisions. Not only will this solve the problem you have now, I'll build a scalable infrastructure that will solve dozens of your problems that you don't even know about. Okay, the scope. Timeline, February 2nd, 2026, February 4th, 2026, February 6th, and February 9th. Our billing structure is extremely simple, half upfront, half on delivery. You'd pay $18.50 today and $18.50 when finished. Thank you. So you can see how you just get on the sales call and then you finish the sales call, fill out the form, and whoever you had the call with within the next 2 minutes gets a fully custom proposal for them with all the information that you inputted. So I'm going to show you how we build a system like this, and it's ridiculously simple. Okay, so before we get started, basically, this is the website that I had put in the proposal thing, right? Because it's my like actual website and whatnot. So you don't necessarily have to put that in even if you don't want to. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is tell you that this is the proposal template, and it's in the description, so you can download this. As you can see, it doesn't actually contain any information, just pretty much contains dummy text. So you can download this in the description, and then you just want to make a Google Drive, wherever it is, and just download this as a PDF or whatever and upload it into this thing and have it convert to Google Slides. That's all you got to do. But the link to this template is already in the description. Okay, so now we're going to go into n8n and we're going to start off a fresh one. So I'm going to say create a new workflow. And so the first thing we're going to do is start off by using a form. So we'll do form and we're going to just pick an n8n form. And as you can see, we have a bunch of like different things that we can work with here. For the most part, it's not that hard to do. This is it's a sales call logging form. Form description, I'll say this form logs a sales call and automatically generates a proposal. Okay, we'll put that there. Now we'll have field name, right? So what's the field name going to be? Name is going to have text input, that's fine. Placeholder, I'll probably just put, I don't think we need a placeholder, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think we need a placeholder. Okay, anyways. Add attributes, required field. This is a required field. All right, then we have last name, text inputs, required field. Then we have company name, company website, email. So here we have company name. Add attributes, required field, email, required field. This is an email, so what we can do is select email for that, so that it looks for an actual email address. Anyways, you basically go on and you just add all of the other questions that there were. The full workflow is in the description, so you don't have to do it all yourself. You can just download the template from the description and set it and just import it into n8n. That's it. So I'm not going to fill this out, the whole thing now. I'm just going to pause the video and do it. All right, so you can see I have here the thing which has all of the different texts that we would fill out. So now if you press execute this workflow, it's going to open up this form for you where you fill out all the stuff that's in it. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel that. So it's all right, awesome. Perfect. The next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to OpenAI and we're going to pick message a model. We can pick, I'm going to use my basic OpenAI account. We'll use OpenAI GPT 4.0. Okay. We'll have a system prompt that's going to say you are an intelligent, helpful system prompt, intelligent, helpful writing assistant. Next, we'll have a user prompt. Now, the user prompt is where we're going to just simply give it an example of what an example output. Okay, so if I just expand this, this is an example output. You see company name, problem, solution, scope, current date, how soon, deposit costs. These are all already from the form, because it's going to get all the data from the form, but it's just something that can help it to understand exactly how everything comes about and how it has to output the data. So how it comes about, obviously it'll pull it from the form, and how it has to output the data is a separate message that we'll do over here. And this one we'll have to give it to the assistant. So go to assistant, and this is going to be about how it's going to output the data, because it has to output in a very specific way so that the proposal template can detect the text that's supposed to fit in each of these dummy messages. So again, it's in the description, but basically you're going to give it something, something like this, which says company name and proposal title, the description name. So you can see lead gen system, this is the company name, a simple scalable lead generation system built to help people grow. So this is basically an example of what we want the output of the system to look like, okay? And the next thing we're gonna do is another user thing, and here we're gonna give it all of the prompt data that it requires. So you go to expression, make it full screen, and you put this all in, company name, problem, solution, scope. I should note these are coming from the form, so make sure that where you have company name, if you've used a capital N and a capital C and a space in between, or however you've named it in this, is exactly how you need to name it there. See the way I've named company name like this, that's exactly how I name it in the form. Okay, that's very important. I mean, in the AI prompt, it's very important. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And I think the last thing we would do is, I don't think we need to worry about outputting it as output as JSON, to be honest, because based on the structure we gave it, it should output as JSON, just like that. But we can test it right now. If I go ahead and just remove this and I just use some pinned data that we already have filled out and I execute the workflow, invalid value, input text, supported values are output text and refusal. That was unnecessary. I should have remembered that. Anyways, you just switch the AI to system and you're fine. Anywho, as you can see, it is not outputting JSON, right? It's not outputting JSON. Now there's a reason for that. So we'll go to add option. We can go to output format, JSON object, and have verbosity at medium is okay. Execute the step again. Proposal title, description, name, paragraph, problem summary, and there we have gotten JSON output. Perfect. Okay, now here's where the Google Drive comes in handy. So we're gonna go to search Drive, Google Drive, look for a copy file. Now here is the one that I just made in the demo. right? The one I just made in the demo. Where this one is the template. So wherever you have the template, open up the template like this and copy this thing, like the ID. Just copy that. Go here. We've copied file. We're going to do by ID, and we're going to paste that ID in. And the file name will be the proposal title, and you're going to copy in the same folder. So this is going to be basically where all my proposals are going to sit. Okay, so you copy in the same folder. I execute that step, and we should get a third proposal that will place itself right there. Yep, there it is. And now we're going to do the actual replace text. So I'm going to split this view so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to search slides. I'm going to look for replace text in a presentation. The ID of the presentation is the one that we just copied the file of. And I'm going to go add text. So I'm going to show you how this works, how it looks live, right? It's a live example. So this is, I'm going to make sure this is pinned. Okay. So look, I take proposal title. I copy it. I search for it. Make sure it's fixed. Don't do expression. Make sure it's fixed. Proposal title. And I want to replace that, let me move this, with the actual proposal title. Now, look, watch this side of the screen when I execute this step. Executed successfully. And, oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. Hold on. This is the one. My bad. Okay, we'll do it again. Let's split the view. Split view with current tab. Okay. So we have one paragraph problem summary. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to add text. I'm going to search for that. Click fixed. Replace with. That's going to go here. I press execute step. Replaced it. Oh, there's another thing here. So search for description name. Replace it with description name. Execute step. And it works. Cool. So you get the idea. Right. So the whole point that we just have to basically now here just do it for all of the dummy text, right? So I'm going to pause the video and do it. So the last part of this now is to go to Gmail and do for send a message. Okay, I'm going to send a message, and it's going to go to, if you look at the email from on form submission, and it's going to be RE, and we're going to write here proposal for, and where's the company name? Right there, proposal for, and then we have the company name. All right, we'll switch this to text. Fill out the message with whatever it is that you want to send. Doesn't really matter, like it's up to you, however you want to do it. Thanks for the great call. I had this. Okay, perfect. Now if I run the full flow, you see we get a new one there. And if I open my email, here's the newest one. And as you can see, we have the actual presentation here with all of the stuff in it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. However you guys want to go about it is up to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. That's how you can go from doing this automatic proposal generation systems. Now, I do want to add something else, that if you want to use PandaDoc, if you're like super professional and you want to use PandaDoc, you can do that too. There's a PandaDoc flow. I'll put it here at the underneath it, so that when I upload this entire workflow, you get access to this one as well, which is just a PandaDoc version of it. See ya.